First, I'm going to start with the Real Deal Concealer. This is by Laura Geller. I got this at Ulta. This is in the cover light color. If you are an NW20 with MAC, like for any of their MAC stuff, then this one will probably work well for you. Okay, so what I do is I usually just take my finger, take a little bit of this concealer and pop it underneath my eyes, mostly in this V shape, and it's going to look crazy right now, but you're going to go ahead and gently start patting it in. Make sure you get right up underneath your lashes. I usually go on the inner corner right here as well. Let's see if I could zoom in a little bit. The inner corner as well, just so I can make sure that everything's covered. I'll go on the top of my I'm going to put a little bit over here, some blemishes. You can see too that my skin is really, I have a lot of freckles. They're really light freckles. You could see a lot of them on my nose. So it makes my skin tone very uneven. So that's mainly why I like to wear foundation. So the next step, what I do is I use this brush. This is the e.l.f. powder brush. I got this at Target. It's the flat top one. It's the Laura Geller tinted moisturizer in the color light. This stuff is amazing. Usually with tinted moisturizers, they don't cover very well at all, which is the obvious reasons that you would get a tinted moisturizer, but I still like a little bit of even coverage on my face. So that's why I messed around at Ulta with a bunch of different ones. And this one was the best one for my skin, the way that I wanted it to look. So this just kind of evens out your skin tone. And what I'm doing is just stippling, if you could see, just kind of pushing the product into my skin. Go to the other side. And the reason why I do like this is because when I'm out in the sun, you can actually see my freckles, which I never used to really like. I used to always try to cover them and hide them, but now that I'm getting a little bit older, I guess I don't really let it bother me as much. I'm actually starting to own my freckles. So those of you that have freckles, if you're embarrassed about them or anything like that, don't be. To tell you the truth, I was on Pinterest the other day and I saw somebody pin something that said like how to create freckles if you don't have them. So there's a pin out there on Pinterest of how to put fake freckles on your face. So those of us that have them, we should own them. Alright, so enough of that. Normally what I would do before I got the the tinted moisturizer was I would just use the MAC Studio Fix in NW20. But now what I do is just with a really, really light hand is just kind of swirl it and just pop it on my face. Mostly in the center of my face to keep any oils from forming, but then I'll just rub the rest on my cheeks. So what I'm going to do is I have this blush palette I got on eBay, and it has all these different shades in here, and I really have been liking like these bright pink colors. I'll show you another one by NYX. This is actually broken, so it's kind of crummy to use, but this is in Pinky, and this is by NYX, and I love it. It's just so bright. What I'm going to use also is this new brush I just got today, actually, on my lunch break. It's a blush brush. This is by Real Techniques, and those of you that have ever watched Pixie Woo's YouTube channel, Samantha from that channel is the one that created these brushes, so I thought I would try it out. It's super, super soft, and I love the handle. So we're going to use that. This is my first time trying it. I go back in with the e.l.f. brush and I kind of just blend it out a little bit. Now, those of you that like to contour your face, this is the point where I would do it. After that, the next step that I would normally do, I would minus the bronzing or contouring altogether. I don't bronze, I don't contour hardly ever. I just wanted to put that step in there because I know some of you guys probably do, so it might be something that you would want to see. The next thing that I do, and I do this every single day, is use the e.l.f. Gold Bronzing, Golden Bronze, the little palette thing. And I take, this is the brush that I use for it. This is by Sonia Kashuk and the lighter color. Just swirl those together. And I'll go straight down the center of my nose. Okay, and then I'll do the same couple of colors. I might add a little bit of the darker color, and I'll go right on top of my cheekbones. The next step would be my eyebrows. NYX Auto Eyebrow Pencil. And this one's in the color Taupe. Like a serious, I don't know if you can see it, gap right there. Like no hair grows there. So I always have to fill that part in. I'm going to be using 3 of these L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows. The first one's going to be in this midnight blue color. This one's in Iced Latte. It's like a highlight color. And this one is in Continuous Cocoa. It's like a dark brown color. You can take any like shader brush. I'm going to start with the Iced Latte. And I'm going to go ahead in that color there. Can you see it? There you go. I'm going to go ahead and swirl my brush in there. I'm going to start on the eyebrow bone. All right, I'm going to go to the corner, inside corner of my eye. I really like to get in here to just highlight that little area. You can see it already brightens up your eye compared to this one. And then I'm going to just go right in the very first part of the eye, so maybe like the first third of the eye right here. Okay, so you can blend this in a little bit. Just a fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to take the Continuous Cocoa. I'm going to go ahead and start in the outer corner of the eye and just back and forth, and then make sure you get in your V there and just kind of, I usually just use the round motions back and forth. I'm mostly staying on the outer half of my eye because I want the front part of my eye to stay pretty bright. Okay, so you have something like that. It's just kind of rounding your eye out. Another just fluffy blending brush. I'm going to go in with, you can go in with any kind of tanny or bronzy color you want. I'm just going to use the Rimmel bronzer I used earlier. What you're going to do with this color is just blend out this darkness here. So you're just going to put it on the very top of that darkness and you're just going to blend it out and upwards a little bit. You just don't want the dark color to be so harsh. And there goes Layla. Okay. Do it with the other eye. What I'm going to do is go back in with the Iced Latte, back to this first third of the eye, and lighten that up again. Back in the corner. I have this Sonia Kashuk brush, and it's actually supposed to be an eyeliner brush. Kind of looks like a pencil brush, it's just a little bit more pointy. What I'm going to do is take that color, the Iced Latte again, or right underneath the bottom lash line, about halfway in. Okay? If you look up, it'll stretch out your skin a little bit. make it a lot easier for you to run that underneath it. The midnight blue color. Just make sure those two blend together well. And what I'm going to do is, instead of using eyeliner, I'm going to use that blue as my eyeliner. So I'm going to just go ahead and push it in the top lashes. Very, very close to the top lashes, as close as you can get. Go ahead and put cap back on here, and then we did get some fallout, if you can see there. So what I'll do is go back in with the flat brush from e.l.f. and just wipe it away, like kind of flick it. You don't want to just like dab it and wipe it, because then it's going to get all over your face. Last minute, what I'll do is go ahead and go around my face one more time. Okay. Now, since we have pretty much our eyeliner on at this point, then what we're going to do next is go ahead and what you would do is just apply your mascara. This is the Voluminous Carbon Black by L'Oreal. So if you like to wear false lashes, then that would be the point where you can put them on, do a quick coat of this, put the lashes on, and then coat them a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just do my lashes. I don't usually wear fake lashes unless I'm actually going out somewhere or something like that. Angle your face up a little bit, that way you won't get as much of the mascara on your eyelid. I always get it on my eyelid, so it's not the end of the world if you do. There's very easy ways to fix it up. What you'll do is let it dry first. Don't go trying to wipe it right away, because then it will smear everywhere. So just finish putting on your mascara on both eyes, and then you can always go back in and fix it. Go to the bottom, all the way into the corner. Those of you, like me, that get your makeup on the top of your eye, you can go back in with pretty much any of those brushes, and just like a fluffy blending brush. Don't put anything on it, and just kind of gently run back and forth over your makeup. Not pushing hard enough to where it's going to take your makeup off, but just very gently. Like you can see, I have some right there. So what I'm going to do is just very gently rub back and forth, and then blend it out, and it's gone. The last step is going to be lips. The color that I have been wearing like crazy lately, I'm so obsessed with it. And this color is called Power. So just go ahead and put some of that on. With Nude Peach Fuzz, also by NYX. This is the Extreme Lip Cream. So this over the Power lipstick is just like amazing. I love it. See? It's so pretty. It's kind of nude, but it's got a really pink undertone to it. And I wish you guys could see the coloring, or the lighting in here is just like poo. Anyways, if you like to line your lips, my favorite lip liner right now is also by NYX, and it's called Natural. So that's a really good lip liner if you like to line your lips first. If the color was a bit darker, I'd probably line my lips first just to keep it from bleeding out. But since it's not a light or a bright color, then I don't really worry about it. What I didn't do before this video, because it was already done, was put on a lotion, and then I will let that sit for a couple of minutes, and then what I do is put on the Present Clear Makeup. This is by Philosophy. This stuff is awesome. It's pretty much a primer, and it smells really, really good. It's just really fresh smelling. So you put that on you put your lotion on, and then you put the Present on top of it. You have to let this sit, it says, for at least 2 minutes, 2 full minutes before applying any makeup or anything like that. And that's gonna fill in your pores a little bit, fill in some wrinkles. Obviously not your deep, deep wrinkles, but very, very light wrinkles around your eyes and stuff. Kind of fill it in a little bit so your makeup will go on a little bit smoother. Lastly, after everything's done, what I'll do is mist this Urban Decay Do Me all over my face. It's a makeup setting spray. Pretty much it just feels like water going over your face. You just kind of spray back and forth and let it set onto your face. It makes it look a little bit moist at first, and then it dries, and it sets your makeup, so that way it should stay all day long. Also, I would recommend a makeup primer and eyelid primer. This is by Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Give me some requests. Let me know what you guys want to see, what you're interested in, tag videos, anything like that, and I will get those out to you guys, okay? Take care. Bye.